I don't know, though. I feel like the dungeons this season were not bad. Bro, you know what we should do? We should do a tier list of, like, a retrospect tier list of how these dungeons are now. Did I ever do a tier list of this before the patch came out? I don't even know. Let me see. I swear I remember doing this. I don't remember if I did this in Max's stream or what. Dragonflight Season 2 dungeon. Dude, I'm so curious what I ranked these. Alright, okay, let's just rank it right now, looking back. So looking back, I'm pretty sure I did something like... felt like I probably did something similar to like this. Something along the lines of this. This was probably me. Maybe drop these down a little bit. This is probably what I said before. What do I think now? Let's see. Underrot. I feel like it's gotta belong in A now, right? It's like pretty solid. I don't hate it, but I don't think it's perfect either. B for you? Kind of bedge? Yeah, but it's also like not bad. Yeah, maybe B. I'm not even sure. I'll put in B for now. But it's definitely one of my preferred dungeons, I would say. I'm gonna put it in A for now, and then I'll adjust afterwards. Vortex Pinnacle. Ooh. So I feel like it was not as terrible as I initially expected, but it's still pretty bad. The worst one? Yeah, maybe it belongs in the worst one. I kind of want to put it here for now too, but... So I don't know, like here's the thing. I prefer Vortex over Shadow Moon Burial Ground. Is that a hot take? Stop pandering and brick it? Man, I mean, it's not that bad though. Alright, fine, I'll put it in brick for now. I'd be okay with putting in brick. Yeah, Shadow Moon is still the worst dungeon, I feel like. I prefer doing Vortex just because it's at least more interesting. Okay, Brackenhide. I feel like this has to be the biggest contender for S tier. Yeah, but the last boss ruins it for me. I feel like this dungeon is great, except for the beginning and the last boss, which makes me want to kind of put it in high A tier, but I'll just leave it in S for now. Brackenhide is A. Yeah, I'm wanting to put in A too. I'll put in A for now. Freehold. Okay, what about Freehold? It's got to be somewhere here, right? Easy S, low A. Is this top A for me? Absolute banger. This one's a hard one. Got bored of Freehold. You just got to run it in a different way. Alright, I'm dropping Underrot. I don't think it's better than Bracken though. I don't know. I feel like maybe just because Bracken's more fresh. It's hard to say. Bracken's B tier max. Alright, you're a Shadow Priest, so shut up. Something has to be in S. That's true. You know what? Just for the sake of standard deviation, that's what it's called, right? The bell curve. Just for the sake of that, we'll have to have one of them in S. Which one belongs in S? I think it has to be one of these two. There's no shot it's any of these four. I think it has to be... I think it has to be Bracken, right? Normal distribution. No, is that what it's called? Okay. Yeah, it seems like everyone's kind of mixed between the two. Bracken sucks as melee. Yeah, I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we happen to be playing a comp that's great at doing Bracken. If we were playing, like, a melee comp, imagine, like, playing a rogue or, like, a demon hunter in Bracken. It's probably miserable. What's melee? True. Champion S? Yeah. What is Freehold's biggest flaw? Bosses not really that exciting. Harpooners? That you need freedom? Yeah. We want to fuck it. We're sending Freehold into the S tier. But RPs aren't a big deal though. Like, you might say long RP, but I swear to God, the RP is completely fine. Yeah, true. Freehold's always a vibe. Alright, Uldaman. Guys, here's a very hot take. Here's a fiery hot take. I feel like it belongs in A, low A tier. Not gonna lie, this dungeon has grown on me a lot. I hated this dungeon, but this dungeon is high octane. It's actually like fun to play if you're pulling very large in this dungeon. You're smoking something. Like I told you, it was gonna be a hot take. I think it's like a little bit excessive. They just need to remove some mechanics from some of the mobs, and it would be an easy A tier or S tier. Like they just need to remove some mechanics from the mobs. You need to like make the bosses a little bit easier. Do you live those crocs in the beginning without a bear and dwarf? Well, easy. You just play a bear or a dwarf. So, like, I don't know. I just feel like, subjectively, it was really fun. Unplayable off Shadow Priest? Yeah, I know. The dungeon has a lot of problems, right? Like, it needs a Shadow Priest. The bosses are... The trash is excessively hard. The bosses are excessively hard. The camera angle isn't a problem. I mean, I just feel like, you know, subjectively, it's really fun to play. Like, the bosses are all engaging. It's not just some AFK boss. The trash feels like you can pull extremely large. The way this dungeon is played is like you literally do big pull onto boss, and then big pull onto boss, and then big pull onto boss, and then like 2-3 big pulls afterwards, and then big pull onto boss. Why do you need a Shadow Priest? Because of Mass Dispel. This dungeon has a lot of Mass Dispel mechanics. Like you can dispel the Croc shields in the beginning, you can dispel the Time Reavers. They put a debuff on everyone. You can dispel last boss debuff. Lost Viking's a terrible boss. I mean, the Lost Viking's literally just a mini boss. Look, this is how I feel about it. Uldaman to me is an A tier, but I'm down to objectively put it in C tier, okay? I don't think it's as bad as Vortex Pinnacle. I'll change it up afterwards. And then Neltharus, this one is garbage, I feel like. I don't think it's as bad as Vortex Pinnacle though. Really? You guys have S and A? Bro, ain't no way you guys like this dungeon that much. Yeah, Neltharus sucks ass, man. Neltharus sucks ass for sure. It's not as bad as VP though. There's no way it's as bad as VP. You guys are crazy. Nelf is the worstest rotation. Bro, there's no shot it's the worst, man. How can you guys prefer How can you guys prefer Vortex Pinnacle over Neltharus? You know what? I'm even okay with putting in B. I'm not gonna lie. Like, honestly, it's not that bad. Like, the more I think about it, it's really not that bad. VP is short and Nelf is long? No, Sean Nelf is long. VP is 30 minutes and Nelf is 33 minutes, alright? Do you guys feel like Neltharus is long? Yeah, the chains make it short. Alright, I'll just leave it here for now. I feel like this is a happy medium. What about Halls of Infusion? Oh boy. I came into the season thinking it would be like by far the worst dungeon ever to exist. But I feel like it's not that bad. It still is. Every trash segment is F, no redeeming parts. Well, there's a couple of things. I mean, like, one is that it's large pulls. And, two is the bosses are kind of interesting, at least. Except for the last boss. I think the last boss is pretty bad. Like, I feel like the first boss is fine. Second boss is fine, too. Third boss, healers love that. This is a healer dungeon, for sure. Yeah, it's also, like, fairly easy. It's not too bad. Although the whole dragon area is kind of bad. You know what? I'm down to drop it, but I don't think it's worse than VP. I still stand by VP being the worst dungeon this season. Yeah, VP is definitely the worst. I don't think there's anything worse than VP. Yeah, VP sucks. Halls is not D. Yeah, I'm like between these two. Honestly, I feel like it's not... doesn't really belong in the same tier as VP. Yeah, you know what? We're leaving it in C. Yeah, we got what do you call it again? Normal deviation. Yeah, you know what? In fact, we have to bump this one up. Now, this looks a little bit more proper. Normal distribution. Yeah, it's only fair. Except the problem is Neltharion's Lair sucks ass. How do you guys feel about Nelth Lair? I don't really like this dungeon. I'll put it like right here. Nelf is worse than VP? How do you guys have all these dungeons that are worse than VP? Dude, that's crazy. I remember before this season started, everyone's like, oh, Neltharion's Lair, I missed that dungeon. Wow, I missed Legion. That was a banger. And I'm like, no, dude, you guys haven't done Neltharion's Lair enough or some back in Legion. This dungeon is some hot ass. I don't know how people preferred this dungeon over other dungeons. Ain't no one saying they missed NL. Bro, a lot of people missed NL. People just missed Legion in general. This last boss rework ruined NL. I don't know. I feel like they improved on NL a lot. Like, imagine if we had Legion, Neltharion's Lair. Like, imagine if we had Pelters just doing 90% of your HP. In fact, they'd probably be one-shotting in a high enough key. There were like a couple other changes they made to this dungeon. I don't remember what else. But this dungeon was actually worse in Legion. Although the last boss did change to be weird. But we had fun in playing in Legion. Yeah, man, but I was just playing Legion. It had nothing to do with the dungeon. If this is improved version of NL, then my condolences to who played in Legion. I mean, it was just a different time. What did they change about last boss? They changed a bunch of things. The pools were permanent back in Legion, or maybe they lasted for like a couple of minutes, I don't remember. But the pools didn't do much damage. Now we just have like one pool at a time and it's just on your group. Pushing keys was just not as popular in Legion. Is that true? I feel like there's no way that's true, right? I swear I remember so many people pushing high keys back in Legion. I remember like every single raider playing M+, and nowadays like it's just specific people that play. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't remember. Yeah, like back in Legion, you would just pull very big and you just kite out the entire trash packs. Yeah, towards the end of the expansion, like in 7.3 onwards is when everyone started playing. But yeah, I feel like this is pretty fair. Let's see, Freehold, Brackenhide. I mean, I feel, you know, you could probably like say between the two. Like if I were to make this a little bit more subjective, like my personal opinion, I would probably say something along the lines of this. This is how I feel about this season. I hate Vortex. Big pull equals high tier. That's exactly how I rank things. If there's a common pattern, you'll notice it's big pull equals high tier. Freehold, oh, big pull. Brackenhide, big pulls. Underrot, big pulls. Uldaman, big pulls. That is how I rank things. That is actually very true. Neltharus should be SSS. The problem is, like, you don't actually fight the trash. You just chain all the trash and then, you know, you just do like some medium-sized pulls. There's no way Bracken's S tier. Yeah, but it's big pulls, so it's fun. Yeah, for Drogo, it's easy boss equals high tier. Drogo, where do you rank Hall's Infusion as a healer? Low B, high C. Okay, that's fair. Brackenhide hadn't be so worried before the season. They had everyone worried. Now everyone likes Brackenhide, except for Drogo. Except for healers, I should say. Except for healers. Healers hate Bracken. Is it based on enjoyment or time ability? Oh, this is based on enjoyment. Oh, it says difficulty, but yeah, I just took a random tier list. Now do difficulty. Alright, difficulty real quick. Underrot. Easiest. VP. Hardest key. Brackenhide. Pretty easy. Freehold. Easiest. Actually, I should rank this down. I guess it depends. I'll put it down here, actually. Neltharus. Easiest. Put it above, actually. Uldaman. Like medium. And I guess it depends if it's Tyrant or not. I would say it's generally harder than Brackenhide. Yeah, it's about like this. Remember distribution? No, it doesn't apply in the situation. Actually, I guess it would. Yeah, okay, there we go. This is for high keys though.